and Felix. This is week 15 of the NFL, our picks, and some sports news around the world. And so, uh, first, I would just like to congratulate Michael Jordan with the settlement from NASCAR. They did settle in that trial, so it ended pretty quickly, and it looked like we're going to see a better and more improved NASCAR for those NASCAR fans who are into auto racing. Um, Moving on to some changes that has happened. So we know in week 14, the Colts quarterback Daniel Jones tore his Achilles, and he is officially out for the remaining of the football season, which is sad because the Colts have been having a fantastic season. So has he. He was comeback player of the year. It looked like he was on pace to. And now, officially, the Colts have gone out of their way to bring back Philip Rivers to the Indianapolis Colts, um, to try to continue on their season and maybe make it to the Super Bowl. So, thoughts on a 44-year-old quarterback for the Colts, Alex?
Yeah, it's a intro.
Okay, like we're having a little bit of difficulty here. He froze. Uh,
Yeah. Can you hear
yeah,
me?
I can hear you. You're moving now, so you're not frozen anymore. Go
Uh,
ahead.
about Felix, yeah, it's an intro. You want him play the game is 44 and no, yeah.
I mean, he's been away from the game for such a long time, and now he's back. Obviously, he's had plenty of time to rest, longer than most any other player who left the league and now have come back out of retirement. Um, this is going to be interesting to see how this goes. Now, just for those folks, you guys know there's 4 games left to the regular season. So let me just take a quick look at what the Colts have left on their schedule. Um, so they play the Seahawks today. So you have that game that's going to take place today, and that's a big time game for them. Uh, even though um, even though that's not a division rival, and it's not a conference rival, um, but you're playing against a team that is um, very competitive and also trying to make the playoffs and get to the Super Bowl. Then next up after that, the following week, they have the 49ers, which is again another team in that same division as the Seattle Seahawks, fighting for a place in the playoffs and hopefully back to the Super Bowl. And then now they go into the last 2 weeks of the NFL. The week following of that, December 28th, they're playing a division rival, the Jacksonville Colts, who is also fighting for a place to get into the playoffs and possible Super Bowl. And then to finish their season, another division rival, the Houston Texans, which is also in the same division, also fighting for a playoff spot and possible Super Bowl. So they got 4 major games coming up, and they're all hard. None of these games are going to be easy for them. So they got a lot on their plate. And Daniel Jones was doing an outstanding job. He took on a lot of these the top tier teams early in the season and defeated them. And so it would have been interesting to see if he could have finished out the season and how they would have finished up, whether they would have finished up strong or fell short of their goal. But Philip Rivers is now at the helm. So Alex, any injury reports or anything you want to talk about? Oh, coaches, the Browns coach. Yeah, your favorite topic.
You know,
Meow. I'm sorry, not to
uh,
interrupt you. I'm just reading the comments.
So this intro about we see about technology. I believe so. I believe they'll fit up fitting up the fitting of the move him.
What if the Browns they don't do that? What if the ownership is just content with what they have and they don't make a move in this offseason?
And the though it gonna be not horrible either. For about I believe it's time to see him remove and yeah.
Okay. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and start our picks. And so to kick off today, our 1 o'clock games, we have the Falcons versus the Jets.
Yeah, this game gonna be interesting. Um, because the two
Oh wait. No,
normal
no,
playoff
that's
teams.
wrong, Alex. Sorry. I'm sorry, folks.
Um,
That's actually wrong. Sorry.
it can
It's the
forgive.
Jets versus the Jaguars. Sorry.
Okay, okay. Yeah, this game gonna be interesting. It's definitely get the win and move on and make it that the
Okay.
that give me gonna be definitely.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville here too. I think they go and they win. I know the Jets can play spoiler here, but I think the Jets just right now, I think Jacksonville's team is just on fire. So I'm gonna pick Jacksonville here as well. And then right after that, also 1 o'clock game, Bills versus the Patriots. This is a division rival, very important game for the Bills. Um, they got some other teams breathing down their neck, trying to get into the playoffs. And currently, if the playoffs were to kick off today, they will be in as a wild card. So they need this victory. Who do you have?
Yeah, this game really important for the bill. Uh, uh, this game gonna be interesting. What? So give me gonna be Buffalo Bill.
Okay. I'm gonna pick the Patriots. They had a bye week. Something tells me they will get this victory here, and this will continue to keep that door slightly cracked open for the Chiefs. Um, so I think the Patriots get the victory today. Browns Bears. It's a very rare matchup.
Um, yeah, give me a bigger bill.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna go with the Browns here. I think the Browns will get an upset here. This will help that division as well if that happens. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and pick the Browns. Ravens Bengals division matchup. Alex, you frozen again. Uh-oh. Hope we didn't lose him. Oh, here he comes. He's coming back in.
Um, yeah. Um, yeah.
Okay.
Do you hit me? I
All
play
right. So you picked
Baltimore.
Baltimore. I'm going to go with the Bengals here. I think the Bengals are going to start going on this run now towards the end of the season. Even though I know they say it's a slim chance of them getting to the playoffs, I don't. I think they're eliminated as far as I'm concerned. But I think they upset the Ravens here today. Cardinals Texans.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me the two times.
Okay. I also think the Cardinals get an upset here. I think the Texans won their
Yeah.
last two or three straight, and so I think just gonna say that I think the Cardinals get an upset here. Um,
Okay.
Commanders versus the Giants.
Yeah. Give me ball.
I'm gonna go with the Giants here. I think Washington has got too much going on right now, and the Giants, they've messed up mostly in the fourth quarter. So let's see what happens in this game. I got Giants. Chargers, Chiefs,
Give me Cat
division
City.
rival, Kansas
Give
City.
me Cat
I'm gonna go
City.
with the Chargers. The Chargers look good. against you guys. I know that was a big turnover fest um, between the two teams, and obviously they won in overtime. So I'm going to go Chargers over the Chiefs. I think they get a sweep this year for against Patrick Mahomes. Um,
Okay.
Raiders, Eagles.
Yeah, I think a big ego uh, putting no, yeah, if 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 it can't be
Oh, okay. It looks like first of all, your screen is red, Alex, and then I'm not sure what's happening
yeah,
here. So you said the Eagles, right?
yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna pick the Eagles to get this victory over Tom and the Raiders. So
yeah,
now we're gonna move on. That's the last 1 o'clock game, folks. And then your 4 o'clock game matchups you have at 4:25, the Titans versus the 49ers.
yeah, give me a big something.
I will agree with that. I think the 49ers will get this victory against the Titans. Um, and then also at 4:25, you have Lions and Rams.
Yeah, give me Detroit.
I will go with Detroit over the Rams here as well. This will make things interesting, especially if the Bears lose today. Packers and Broncos also at 4:25. This is going to be, I think, the game of the week. You got Broncos or
Um,
Packers. All right, I'm going to go also with the Broncos here. I think the Broncos continue their victory and move on from the Packers. Um, and then you have Seattle and the Colts at 4:25 as well. Who do you got here? Does Philip Rivers get his first victory in 6 years?
we will get this.
Okay. I think the Colts bounce back and they get their first win as well. Um, let's see. The last 4:25 game is Panthers and Saints. I'm just gonna go first. I'm gonna pick the Panthers here to get this victory over the
Um,
Saints.
yeah, give me a big pair of what
Wait,
say.
I'm sorry, we couldn't hear you, Alex. Can you say again?
Give me a big pair
Okay. And
of what
then for
say.
primetime game, you have the Vikings versus the Cowboys.
Um,
Sunday night football.
I believe it big the
I'm
Cowboys.
gonna go with the Vikings here with an upset over the Cowboys. And then Monday night football, bum 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 bum. You have the Dolphins versus the Steelers on prime time game.
Uh, yeah, give me a big pick up. I said, we'll get the. I got to win.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers here as well for Monday night football. Thank you, our fans, for hopping in. You guys are also welcome to put your own picks in the comments. We also talk about Thursday night football. So to kick off week 16, your Thursday night game, prime time, is the Rams and Seattle.
Uh, I don't agree. The game of something late. Wow. Yeah, give me a big. Got I win.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Seattle for that Thursday night football. I think they bounce back after this week against the Colts. And so your game of the week for week 15 is going to be what?
Week would be. that will be become at
Okay.
the line.
Okay.
I've you know.
Okay. To kick off week 15 in the NFL. I still can't believe he's come back. I think this is interesting.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It's winding down, folks, the season. We got 4 weeks left, starting with today, and then for the rest of the season. And then we're going to be in playoff soon. This playoff picture is heating up right now. If the, with the way things are, let's see, on the AFC side, you have the Patriots still
Uh,
11-2, which is tied with the Denver Broncos. Um, One of those two teams will get home field advantage if the playoffs were to start today. You got the Bills at 9-4 at second place in NFC East. I mean AFC East, and then you have the Steelers sitting currently in first place in their division in the North, with the Ravens in second place at 6-7. And then you have in the South, Jacksonville currently sitting on top at 9-4, with the Texans at 8-5, tied with the Colts at 8-5 at third place in the division. And then you have Denver sitting at 11-2 in top place of their division, with the Chargers sitting at 9-4 in second place. And for those Chiefs fans, your team is 6-7, sitting at third place in the division. I tell you, if the playoffs started right now, it'll be quite interesting uh, to see who would be on the path to Super Bowl. On the NFC side, you got the Eagles sitting at 8-5 on their division. They've lost three straight. It looks like they need to turn that around. Hopefully today that'll be that day for them. In second place in the division is the Cowboys, sitting at 6-1 for those Cowboy fans. And then for the Packers, are sitting currently at the top in the North at 9-3-1 due to that tie they had. They've won four straight. But right on their heels is the Bears at 9-4, which we seen that game last week as well between those two, which is why the Packers are on top. And then in third place for your Detroit fans, you have 8-5 in the North there. And then in the South, you got the Panthers currently sitting at top at 7-6, with the Bucks now falling to second place at 7-7 and just at 500 due to the loss they just had on Thursday Night Football. Um, and in the West, you have the Rams sitting at 10-3, with Seattle tied with them at 10-3, currently sitting at the second place. Seattle has won three straight. And then in third place in the division is 9-4 is the 49ers, who's also won three straight. Uh, I think the NFC is going to have a pretty interesting battle for the championship. So
If you want, it ain't gonna be interesting if you want. Go back compete. Um, both both of it, I believe, will come. Ain't not even funny.
yeah, yeah, this is interesting. The fact that you got two teams, Seattle and the Rams, both at 10-3 in that division. Oh boy, that's I don't recall seeing that before. That's interesting. That's interesting. So, um, like you got on the AFC side, you got the Broncos at 11-2 and the Patriots at 11-2, but they're two different divisions. In fact, you got two teams in the same division with winning records like that. That division is going to come down to the wire, probably the last week of the season. And the 49ers is right there. They're right in the mix. If they have to play either one of those teams in the next 2 weeks, that could be the deciding factor who's going to end up um, winning the division. So,
Yeah, we 15 on can't believe we 15 or 8 next week will be different.
okay. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you for
Alright,
joining us in Sports Talk today. Please Enjoy the games today. Rest up. Obviously, we're hit with a snowstorm in our area here in the Northeast. So be safe out there if you're traveling today. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week for Week 16 picks and news around the league and sports.